welcome to my channel. Yeah, so today I really wanted to make a cover of a Halloween song since Halloween is tomorrow. But I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I definitely can feel it. Sorry, I was just like running up and down the stairs. And my throat is so sore, and so I cannot sing anything. I decided I wanted to do a Halloween tag. So I looked up all the tags on the internet, and they're all really stupid. So I decided to make up my own tag. It's like my own YouTube challenge that I'm making myself. And so the challenge is to try to get through reading all of them, or at least one, the top 10 most scariest stories, you know, Halloween stories ever told, without being too grossed out or too scared and like not want to keep on reading. I hope these are like worth the paper they're printed on. These better be scary. Okay, so the first one is called The Girl Who Wasn't by Lady Sparrow. I lived in a house from hell for, oh my goodness, I can't read scary. This is gonna be more funny than scary because my voice is cracking like crazy. I lived in a house from hell 4 years ago. From age 11 to almost 16, there was constantly something happening. Doors flying open and shut, voices, nothing ever stayed where you put it. I was all alone there a lot because both my parents worked and I was constantly terrified. One of the most gut-level disturbing things, though, was a little girl in my bathroom. Every time I walked past my bathroom door, which was constantly, since it was right outside my bedroom, I saw a little girl with blonde curled hair and a rose-colored dress. She stood there staring, looking like a photograph from 1905. I started keeping the door closed so I could walk by without seeing her, but she was always there when I opened it. Once I stepped past her, I couldn't see her anymore, but I could feel her there. She scared me. But I felt really sorry for her because she was trapped there just like me, probably forever. As years went by and things in the house continued to get worse, she started seeming darker, and I started feeling like she wasn't really a little girl. I knew there was something ugly in that house, and I felt like it was presenting this sympathetic image to me. And I started thinking I was completely losing my mind. One day when I was 14, I had a friend over from town come stay with me for a week. I hadn't told her anything whatsoever about the house because I didn't think she would come if I did. What? Oh my gosh, if you have a haunted house, you don't invite your friends and not tell them. Right after she got there, we were sitting in my room and she left to go to the bathroom. After a minute later, she walked back with a puzzled look on her face. So, there's a little girl in your bathroom. Yeah, she hangs out in there. Blonde hair, curls in a pink dress. Yeah, you know that's not really a little girl, don't you? I almost threw up. I was so relieved and terrified and excited and ready to run out of the house screaming, and she wouldn't use my bathroom for the rest of the week, Okay, wait, what? Where would she poop? She's just gonna like hold it in? Like, is she there for the whole week? For a week, yeah, she's gonna be there for a week, and now she's not gonna use the bathroom, and now she's gonna, where is she going to the bathroom? I just don't want to think about it. Okay, eventually we moved out, and I could not have been happier. I distanced myself from it as mentally as much as I could. Then when I was 18, I took another friend on a road trip to pack a few things that I'd left in the house. My parents hadn't managed to sell it. The minute we got on the property, my friend seemed uncomfortable. When we came around the bend in a long, steep drive... What? No, I'm making a video right now, but I'll use it. Yeah, I don't have any homework today. Yes, I can. Miguel! Dad. After a while, he asked to use the bathroom and I directed him to mine. Not 20 seconds after he left, he came running back in, gasping for breath, and slammed the bathroom door behind him. He started babbling about a little blonde girl who really isn't a little girl. Wait, what? All of a sudden, he went dead still, looked me in the eye, and very solemnly said, "She's not happy with you. You left and you weren't supposed to." We threw whatever we could grab in 2 trips in my car after I walked him to another bathroom and waited outside. We got the frick out of the top speed. Well, that was something. That was pretty scary. Alright, next one. I really hope they're not all crappy. Some of them are really short. I can't imagine they're that scary. The next one is called Photographic Memories from Annie Bananas. Well, this sounds promising. I grew up in New Mexico and was always very into outdoors, hiking, camping, rock climbing, etc. One summer when I was 19, I went on a 4-day, 3-night camping trip near my parents' house on my own. Might sound weird, but I had been to this area many times and it was quite safe. Anyway, I brought my camera and took lots of pictures. When I came back and developed my film, there were 3 extra pictures that I didn't take of me sleeping. 1 each night. None of my stuff was missing or stolen. Nothing happened, but it freaked the heck out of me. Okay, that one's kind of scary. That would make me very uncomfortable. There's something on the stairs from Snarky Chew. When I was a kid, I would race up the top of the stairs as fast as I could, like it was some sort of silly game. Hey, me too! I used to do that too. Okay. Like it was some sort of silly game. Well, I must have been 5 or 6 at the time. Oh, I still do that, so. Somewhere along the way, a voice at the top of the stairs started to whisper to me. Actually, that did happen to me. I'm just kidding. I bet you a penny you can't make it to the top of the stairs. Oh, I recalled just sitting on the top of the stairs having conversations with this voice about betting, of course. Eventually the voice, it was like a whisper of a man's voice, not of my own voice, in my head, started to bet me my life. Instead of pennies, he'd say, "Bet you like you can't make it up the stairs, blah blah." As I got older, it stopped, and I never really thought about it at all. I never mentioned it to anyone until one night I was sleeping over at my brother's place. I was about 18, he was 22, and we were talking about spooky stories. Out of nowhere, I brought up the voice on the top of the stairs, and my brother got all quiet and weird before I even mentioned. Okay, I feel like this is gonna be scary. Oh my gosh, I hope. Miguel? Okay, just making sure you're still here. Here we go. But he said, "Did it make bets with you?" And we both looked at each other horrified. It certainly was freaky after the fact. Shudder. A lot of bad crap went down in my family at that period of time in my life, and my mother, a heavily religious lady, said there was a lot of evil in our lives at that time. I don't think at all think our place was haunted, by the way. It was built in the late 70s, and as I got older, I never experienced anything like it again. What? Okay, that one had more anticipation than it was meant to have. Okay, thought it was gonna be really creepy. I'm gonna go print off some creepypastas. Creepypasta. Here we go. The lighting's gonna be like crap once I get back, but deal. Creepypasta. My lighting is probably like crap right now because it took me so long to find a creepypasta that isn't like that creepy, because I feel like there's like a big difference between gory and like just like torture stories about like that are trying to be scary through torture, and you know, stories that are like honestly scary, you know, because I just feel like it's really destructive to society to, you know, begin to see torture films and, you know, that kind of, you know, scariness as entertaining, you know, and so I just try to stay away from that. So it took me a long time to find a creepypasta that is actually good. I haven't read the whole thing. The challenge is going to be a lot more challenging now because creepypasta is really creepy. This one is called Disrepair. The parents make small talk as they all eat a breakfast of bacon and eggs. The children hurriedly scarf down their meals, eager for school. Their mother... Hey, dude. See ya. I'm gonna close the door because it's kind of creepy. Their mother picks up the dishes, and together they walk out of the door to begin the day. Their footsteps make no noise as they walk on the dirt where the grass grew one time. The father takes a whiff of the toxic, poisonous air and declares it's a fine day as he waves goodbye to his family and begins the trek to work. The brown and gray pollution that covers the sky. This sounds more like a little global warming type, scare you into recycling type of a story. Shields the land and the scorching sun. The father whistles a tune as he carefully maneuvers around with the corpses and trash that litter the road. He decides to take the long way since there is yet another traffic jam made up of destroyed cars and fallen buildings. "Morning, Jim," he said to no one in particular as he steps into the decrepit office with holes in the ceiling and decomposing bodies at the desk. "Another day, another dollar, huh?" he says for the 5,789th time to his cubicle neighbor. He types on his broken keyboard for a few hours despite the monitor having a cracked blank screen. Eventually, he gathers up a few discarded papers, organizes them neatly, and picks up his suitcase that he never opened, ready to go home. That's kind of sad. See you tomorrow. He stops see you tomorrow. He stops mid-sentence because something isn't right. Morning, Jim. Hey, wait. Suddenly his head feels like someone has hammered a nail into it. He drops his suitcase and looks around. The father of two walks around the office, causing rats to scurry away from their meal. "I don't feel very good. Something my wife cooked, maybe." Part of him knows there's no one here to talk to, yet such a thought feels wrong. "Of course there's people here, Richard. You sly dog." "You sly dog. You were just over for poker last night, right?" No response, of course. Yet, he has heard his friends speak millions of times before. Why is Richard and everyone so quiet today? "I need to go home and lie down, maybe. Sorry, guys, don't let my episode distract you. That's a lot of laughing. He laughs like 8 times. He wanders out the door and begins walking home, forgetting his rustic car. Glass crunches under his shoes under the very old parking lot. Still, his head is hurting. He walks towards a charred skeleton tree and sits against it. "What's wrong with me? Feels like everything's falling apart." He runs his hand through his hair and something feels odd, like an ant has bit his finger. Expecting to see a red bump, he instead sees a small blue wire. That's how it ends. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest here for a second. Maybe I'm just stupid, but that doesn't make any sense. I really don't understand. I wish I could understand this story. You know, I don't know. I guess okay, time to find a new story. This is the last story. Okay, I found a new one. It's called The Man Who Looked Down. Excuse me. Before you read this or listen to this, make sure you are alone. Check. If you are in a room, close the door. Check again. If you are by a window, look outside and make sure there is nobody. The only way others should know about this story is by reading it or listening to it themselves. Do not repeat this out loud to anyone or he will hear you. Can't do this one. Oh well. And my voice is just getting worse. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I really want to. Okay. And none of these are really that scary yet, which is kind of disappointing. This challenge is not as challenging as I thought it would be. Yup. So I guess that wraps it up for my creepypasta challenge today. I hope you're as scared as me because I am just scared out of my scared out of your minds. So that is what I am right now. Okay, well, bye. See you later. Thank you for watching my video. And if you have any more challenges that you like, or if you want to do this challenge, then take it and go on ahead and do it. It really, you're gonna have to find more creepy and scary pastas because those were weak sauce. Get it? Because they creepy pasta them sauce. Pasta sauce. Oh, I'm